that's what I did. Usually I play knight f6, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know how to play this. Go! Attack the pawn. Queen check should also be a move, I think, but this should be better. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I can push immediately. They take. It's probably decent for me, then I just bring this out. Yeah, I think I'll push first. This check on the king, the bishop, knight, rook here. I mean, this should be very simple. You can't. Taking the pawn's crazy. Do I take first? Probably. Takes, push. I mean, the thing is, the queen check's coming after I play the knight move, so yeah, I don't think it really matters. I could also start with the knight move and then push, and there's no queen check, so I'm gonna start with this. The rook has an open file, which is cool. Okay, we'll just play this move to attack the pawn. We're looking at a sack. If they push, we have check, I think. So they want to defend it. They have to like do so with like the queen, probably, or the bishop, or whatever. Get this, but let's see. How are we gonna go after it? This kind of runs into the bishop. I mean, my pieces are better too, so I don't really mind being down the pawn so much. I kind of want to just bring out the knight. I could also, maybe, no, it's just bishop there. There's just no good square for my queen, so I'm gonna get castled. I guess here there's no sack, maybe? But I can also bring my knight in, so I'm not too sure about that. Maybe I should have started with the bishop, get this going, I don't know. Down a pawn, but I really don't care. I should be able to harass them with these knights in a manner which is adequate for me. Okay. I do wonder about pushing ever. It should be very easy to win that pawn if I push. Granted, they have this push, so if they were to en passant, potentially, then I take with bishop, queen, one of the two, and then they push here, and I have this move to, harass them a little. It should be fine. So I think d4 is probably right. Maybe they play like e3, but that's not really good for them. Yeah, I think this is best. Maybe they're trying to come in here, but I don't think they have any actually like meaningful squares. I suppose this one I just need to watch out for with the queen, but once I get castled, the knight's not doing anything here really. Just being slightly annoying. Nothing more. with the bishop. They push. And they even have this square though. It's just a nothing. I mean, I should probably calculate what happens if this goes immediately too. Because the queen would have to like go all the way back here, I think. Okay, so I think if I play this, I should probably take twice. And I think I do want to prevent this move, so we're gonna play this. To stop the knight from doing this. Whereas if I move the queen, then my queen moves again. It's kind of annoying. This is a fork on the shit, and yeah. So this move should be a threat. Forces that. I don't really see how I'm gonna continue from there. But, you know, I might even line bishop up. I don't know. Looks pretty scary for them. Oh, and, well, no, yeah, e3 is kind of annoying. Because, yeah, the rook can't take because of the bishop. But, should be fine. I mean, they haven't really even developed anything on the king side. What am I doing? Whoa. I'm feeling better than I usually do. I went to bed slightly earlier, I think. And I also probably am also getting used to going to bed slightly later, so yeah, I think a big part of my elo decline is a lack of sleep. Oh, actually, can I sack this anyways? Because if that takes, then I just take with the rook. Yeah, so I can just take with the bishop. Or the knight, whichever is better. Probably the bishop. What is this? Okay, I want to believe that this is losing tactically to some, like, you know, sack the rook type beat, but I don't really know. Well, for one, where's your defender going? So here they're attacking my knight now. That looks atrocious. They're trying way too hard to hold on to this pawn. This pawn is... Just castle your king, dude. Okay. So this move looks very scary, and it's probably right, but I don't like that it runs into this queen move, because I'm trying to just win the game on the spot, you know? And after this, I don't have a clear response, but it's gotta be very amazing for me. I maybe could even consider this move. There's no world in which this works, right? Yeah, they just go here, and it's like whatever. So I do believe this is the correct move. And I will think on their time. So they go back here. I want to go here maybe, or here. One of these two moves. The queen move seems scary because I fear that I'm going to end up like losing a defender or whatever, and it's going to be bad. Oh, I actually didn't see that one. But can't I just take the bishop? The bishop's hanging. So if I take the bishop, then they play this knight move. Well, then I can take them. Yeah, okay. They tried way too hard to hold on to this pawn, man. Way too hard. this. Because this bishop move, it guards the rook, they take the bishop, there's still the fork, and I'm threatening that, so should be winning. If they check, well, I probably do just take with a knight. I don't want to take with a knight though. Is there better? Does blocking this matter? Probably not. I don't see why my queen needs to be on a specific square. But you know, if they play this, they take like here for example, and I go here. Well, no, I'm not threatening mate because the rook guards. But yeah, I assume both this takes and this bishop move are both winning. Just a matter of what's better and what's safer, what's less likely for me to miss a move. Do I have anything? You're here. No. Because if I play check immediately, no, but they can just take with the rook. So the best I have is probably this. If I go back, they just take, so yeah, let's just play this. Nice and simple. So what am I up? Just one piece. And development, a ton of development. Oh my god, they haven't developed at all. And this move might be best, but I don't want to calculate it. Oh, there's the bishop, so yeah, we'll just play this and castle. Don't hang the knight back. That would be really embarrassing. I would hate to lose this. I could consider this before I castle, but I don't know. This also kind of possibly forces a queen trade, but queens on the board isn't necessarily my foe at this point in the game. Might as well keep the pawn. There's no sense in losing it. We'll just play this. One manner of trading is this actually now, since this doesn't come with check. I could snap off the queen in that case. So it would be this takes, and pawn as well. I'm up a piece. Okay, they just trade. I'm fine with that. Now I have a very nice bishop guarding that pawn. Ooh, and attacking up here. I'm as well apply bonus pressure here. No, let's not get this pawn attacked. Now either I get my queen into the game, or I move my knight, or both. Of course both at some point. Here. Seems pretty strong. Yeah, I like that. Then just move the knight. Really attacking this pawn. Oh, actually, I'm starting by attacking this pawn, so they're probably going to push it. But that's fine with me. They don't, though. So that forces a trade. Or no, my knight isn't there yet. Now I have to move my knight here. But it does force a trade, because there's nowhere they can go to deal with it. Queen is guarding it. Okay. I think they should just hope they should go here and hope I play this move, hanging my queen. I think that's what I would do in this position. I'm not even joking. Or go here if you want to be a little extra safer. Maybe they could coordinate with the rook, going here. No, but if I take their hit, so how would they guard this square? I guess they can go here. That's where I take. They can go here, but presumably this fails to something. Maybe it doesn't actually. I mean, I could obviously just start by taking with the queen. I'm just, want to get a little greedy, get the maximum value there. Oh my god, there's a smothered mate possibility. That's like the dream of a lifetime. Have I ever smothered mate? Maybe once, against like a bot. Cause this, right? That's a fork. There's a smothered mate possibility. Oh my god. Wait. Wait, right? No, maybe there isn't. The smothered mate possibility, I think, was if they moved their rook. Because I'd have, like, this maneuver. But with the rook there, there's no smothered mate. I don't know what this does. Just kind of loses, like, more material. But yeah, that would have been... Wait. Smothered mate? No, wait, no, but they went there, but wait. Oh, I have to go back. Wait. Oh my god, I saw this before. Wait, but they hung the queen too, technically. No, but I want the smothered mate. Because here, if they go over here, then check here, I think, then check, or something. They go back, then I sack the queen, they take with the rook, and there's a smothered mate. But there's no smothered mate here. That's so sad, because I'm gonna get my queen taken if I do that. Man, that's a travesty. I can move backwards, but I should probably just trade the queens. Man, I just want to smothered mate them. I just want the smothered mate. But they're not going to give it to me. They're going to play something like this, and I'm not going to get the smothered mate. I kind of want to go for it. There's no sense in losing this. Let's just win it. It's fine. No sense in losing it. So they go here. Is there an annoying knight move they can make to prevent me from getting sticking to the square? Yeah, kinda. So I'll start by going here, and that's all fine. Yeah, let's just get the knight to safety. Then next move, rook a8, unless they do something a little scary. They try to, but here this move threatens the rook off. So, yeah. So presumably they're just going to go all the way back. I'm going to play rook a8. Okay, they go there, which is probably a decent choice. Just go rook a8, as was planned. I do technically need to keep in mind back rank stuff. So maybe we'll push h5 or h6. h6 is probably just fine here. No point in giving them an extra target. I'm up a piece. Everything is just so safe. Knight here kind of goes after the pawn. All should be well. But also maybe play king f8. Try to get my king more in the game. Or, you know, g6 might also fulfill those goals. Yeah, we'll just take it. Okay, this should go here, hoping I don't see that the rook is hanging, and hoping that I take the pawn. That's funny. That's really funny. I mean, you gotta respect it, but that's really funny. That's actually, like, so funny. Okay. So I can either play knight here or push the pawn. I mean, I could do whatever the hell I want. I could play knight here if I wanted. No one's stopping me. Actually, knight here might be the best. No, because then they're just going to slide the rook over, and it's going to be like, why the hell did I do that? So what we'll do, we'll push this pawn first, and then we'll play knight here. Genius sequence, I think. Okay, now I can go here. They can't take. And if they go back, then I have this to win the pawn. Although maybe actually that's a little annoying. So actually, on second thought, we're just going to push the pawn. Because we don't want, like, the knight to be pinned to the rook. Okay. I think we'll play h4 next, and then rook a4, should they allow. I mean, I could also try to win. I'll just push h4. There's no real sense in blockading it. What are they gonna do? Push it? Like, come on. So I think we'll just get to the center. I think the fast, or this might be the same. No, or is it slow? I don't know. Whatever, let's just move the king in the most normal manner possible. 1, 2, where's 1, 2, 3, 4. Could take it, but Let's just push it. And now if we ever win this pawn with the knight, that's very nice. Or with the rook, or with whatever. Doesn't really matter. Let's just play rook over. Maybe they'll play like rook down. And we can trade. I mean, it's all winning. It doesn't really matter. I could also just move my king up. Who cares? I have to do that anyways in the other line. Whatever. Push, move the king. All is well. Let's just move the king more. Might as well. Then maybe they'll play a waiting move with the rook or something. I don't know. Oh, actually, I should have played rook check. But whatever. It's fine. But yeah, rook check is best. And then, if they start pushing, I just can sack my knight, because I'll have this, and everything will be very strong. Also, I can kind of just push the pawn afterwards, because they'll be here, or if they're not here, then they go here, and this all comes with check, so. Oh, they tempoed me. They tempoed me. Look at that. Yeah, I don't have any like cool sack or anything, so I'm just gonna push the pawn. There are no rook sacks, unfortunately. This and this are not forkable. It'd be really cool if I could do that, but I can't. So they'll either slide the rook over, or slide the king over. Or resign, as they should have a while ago. I throw a lot of games, but this is a little less throwable than your average game. Let's go here. Should they attack the knight? I don't have to move it. As if they take it, they can just promote. That's annoying. And here, and we get a queen, so we could also start here. I don't think it really matters how I do it. Both should be the same. I guess this probably keeps the knight on the board, whereas the other might lose it, so yeah, we'll just play this. Keep the knight on the board. This might even be pre-movable. I don't know what they could ever do about it. I could get a bishop and knight and bishop checkmate them. For maximum disrespect. Or real maximum disrespect would be checkmating them with two knights, but I would fail that, so yeah. Okay, I think I played this pretty accurately, but you never know. Maybe I blundered in the early game, but they didn't see it. But I don't think so. I think this is fine. Queen check feels a bit more normal early on, but from the white side at least, I know that from the white side, if you play d4, or if from the white side, if you play like knight f3, or let's just if you play knight f3, they play d4. If you play this, they play takes. The best move is e3. So that's why I played e3. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever actually run into this from the black side. So they take it, and they do want e6. Good for me. They push the pawn, which is bad. Okay, a4 was right, or a5. Interesting that b6 is a move. You do sometimes see like b3 in the Catalan. b3 does seem kind of odd. I mean, it makes the two pawns very weak, and you will win it, and you know this is really pressuring this. So I guess I can imagine why that would get played. And just knight f6 is a very normal move. How does knight c3 work? Yeah, okay, it doesn't work. Because that was my first instinct, but I was like, actually, no, I don't think that's very good. So I play a4, and then they defend. I take it. Very nice. Here he wants queen f6, which is actually pretty scary, isn't it? No, because, wait, what? This isn't even a threat. I don't know what queen f6 does. I actually don't have the slightest idea what queen f6 does. What does queen f6 do? Wait, this is like winning? Oh, the rook gets lost. Okay. Oopsies. But it's still better for me. Okay, I just developed the knight. I wasn't the most accurate. I wasn't really a fan of the fact that I had to play that move. But I just didn't see a better plan. But this b6 idea still works with the idea that, you know, you're going to win the extra pawn. So I should have seen that. It's good to really have this idea further cemented, because I knew it was a move sometimes in positions like this, but now I understand it more, which is very good. I play knight f6. Knight. d5 is apparently a horrid mistake. And they do want e3, which is kind of what I thought they should play. But I don't understand why e3 is so bad. Yeah, I don't know. Or I don't understand why this is so bad for me. I mean, I'm bound a pawn. Am I really not winning it back now? I didn't see the continuation. That is true. I was thinking about playing like bishop e7 and then castling, which I guess is getting rid of the pawn. Why does this affect b3 plans? Here they want bishop to b5. So now they have opened up their bishop. Okay. I thought they should just play this to develop. I didn't think they were like fine after it. But I did feel like I was kind of unsure of what to play. And this b6 move is a move that I'm going to have to keep in mind for the future. That's a very, very nice lesson. I love taking away lessons from games. They take it. Bishop takes. Queen takes I think was pretty poor, but like fine, yeah. Or queen takes doesn't even show up as the top 3 moves. Still better, but yeah. It's oops. Issue with queen takes. What was my issue with queen takes? Was it something to do with their bishop? My queen's now leading the charge. So maybe it has something to do with their bishop, but I don't really know. I had an issue with it. I had a very concrete reason why I didn't like queen takes. Oh, because they have a knight move, I think. I think it's like here and then like knight here. Or it was maybe in the future that this was given up. I think it had something to do with this square. Maybe immediately it's not good, but I didn't want to calculate the difference in advantage maybe if I take the pawn immediately after they play this knight move. Then I have to deal with all that. And then dealing with defending the square. Because after this I assume queen takes is fine, but best move is this queen to e5. Okay. Now this is attacked, this is still defended. I see. But yeah, I didn't calculate all that. And I also thought just maybe in the future that could also be a problem, so yeah. That's why I played bishop takes. Although bishop takes is the best move, it doesn't really matter. Here, they give up rook takes a3. Because, or, oh, yeah, this wasn't with the knight here. So this was fine here. I looked at the idea, but I didn't really see why this would be okay for me. Okay, and now here they just slide over, probably. I guess now they have this, but they just continue to slide, I assume. Like, here maybe, maybe what, do I bring in the queen, or what's going on? Haven't I given, what am I missing? Knight e4. And I guess after this, the queen has no good enough squares. If they, like, go here, for example, then I have the fork. You go here. Oh, there's a checkmating idea with 95 too. Okay. Maybe if I also saw the checkmating idea, I'd also see that, but yeah, I'm not looking for all that. So I just moved the knight in instead of taking it. And now I do kind of have this rook takes threat. They moved up. That's the best move. Wait, they didn't have anything better? I guess it's the only move that immediately holds on. Wow. I looked at this. I think I thought they should go to like c2 in my mind at some point or something. I don't know. But yeah, that moves the queen, so. Okay. A little sack. Apparently this isn't even the best move. They want rook takes c3, but really? That's better than... Wait, I can still play bishop takes? I guess because there is the fork. And now I'm winning the queen. I see. Here this all happens. And I haven't won the queen. And I go back. And here, I'm converting this should be pretty easy. Maybe I missed some optimal chances, but whatever. Man, I was so close to a smothered mate. Like, if I play this and they want queen d2, does queen d2 even defend against a smothered mate? I guess the king's gonna go... No, wait, what? Wait, why isn't this adequate? I guess the queen's gonna block. Yeah. But, like here, for example, you get knight f2, king g1, and like you can go here, I think. And king h1 isn't losing apparently. Oh, because the knight defends, not the knight. Okay, good thing I didn't end up wondering that. I think I probably would have noticed with enough time to bail myself out, but yeah, I didn't realize that the knight's defending that. And it's so close, but so far. Shame. Here I should have played rook check, right? Yeah, look, rook b8's the top move, but I just moved the king in further, which it gives actually, that's maybe better? I don't know, whatever, I don't know what's happening. Just do the defensive stuff. Rook takes a4 is a move of all time. I guess I could have played that, but yeah. This is more than enough. So, very cool. What did I learn from this game? I learned b6 is pretty cool, primarily. b6, b3. I better understand those ideas, I think, after looking at game review. And, you know, thinking about it. Although I didn't actually test my theory, I just theorized and I was like, oh well, you know, you go here. I was like, okay, well, if they take, for example, what do they want? They want a4, in which probably just take it. Takes is fine. Okay, yeah. They wanted them to play b5 even, which actually looks kind of scary. But, you know, all the taking ends up fine. So yeah, maybe here though, it's not the greatest idea ever. a4, and then here. Oh, I still don't really know about there. Here, when I get this position, I guess what happens if a4 happens again? B takes is very strong. Here we want b5 again. And again, these pawns do look a little annoying actually, so I'm glad I'm looking a little further. They want knight to a5, which seems reasonable. Also consider the other squares, but what does c4 do? c4 takes queen f6, attacking rook. That's probably a little too complicated. Like, just too much to calculate. Because I'm not really looking at calculation. Yeah, I think it is worth noting that I'm going to have to really be calculating here against this move b5. So it's also good to note that when I'm playing b6, I'm maybe allowing a4, b5. And I gotta consider the consequences of that. But it is giving me a nice strong center. And with the placement of their queen currently, it does seem a little abysmal. So, yeah. So I'm glad I looked a little farther. Everything else seems relatively whatever. Yeah. Okay. So my main and really only takeaway is b6, and also confidence that after d4, c5, and d takes, that with black it's fine to play e6. Because I know with white it's fine to play e3. In the reverse position, but yeah, okay, e6 is best. And e4 seems to be the best move, but yeah, I just take the pawn. And I'm fine with this position. Although my pawn does feel a little backwards. Which could be problematic. As, you know, supporting the pawn, trying to push it with like knight f6, for example, would run into them pushing this for free, so. I play knight c3, which further controls the square. I can't play d4. If they would play knight f6, could I play d4? d6 actually shows up as a move, surprisingly. But d4 is also a fine move. It's not like the end of the world. But it does give me an isolated pawn, which I don't want. Yeah, actually, I'm a bit curious about this pawn structure, because I don't like this backward pawn. And they have a nice open file, but things aren't developed yet. Let's go to the explore mode. Let's look at some games here and see how this gets played. Let's just go with this top game here. How does this game play out? Because that's an interesting queen move. Doesn't seem too bad, even though it doesn't show up immediately. But okay, queen d2 is the only real move, apparently, to deal with this properly. Well, I guess queen d2 is reasonable, because if you're going to defend it, I mean, it sucks to go to either square. I'd think, oh, you don't want to block in your bishop. You don't want to block in this bishop even more than you don't want to block in that bishop. it seems just kind of like they're playing chess, and black outplayed them. I'm not getting from this game advice on this d5 move, unfortunately. Knight c3 gives me the most games to work with, and I'm also fine looking at that, because it's the same thing. I'm just trying to figure out... Wait, oh, there's no pawn in... Okay, I do want them playing e5 here. e4. I might not be able to learn from this. I might just click through the computer moves, but I fear that that's also not going to be as instructive. It's worth noting that here e5 wasn't as big of a deal. Really? Okay, now I'm curious about this. What is